the 7 deadly mistakes that most home sellers make. So, Danielle, you want to get into that with me as far as what they are? And the first one is for failing to analyze what they're selling.
Yeah, that happens quite often. I mean, we'll meet people and they sometimes don't know why they're selling. And so they're like, well, we want to take advantage of the market or something. So you really want to make sure that it's going to be beneficial, for yourself and then also the potential buyer.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, and what your end result is, whether it's money, whether it's going into another property, and knowing exactly how that's all going to work. And so in doing that, then you're going to find out the best way to do it and the best time to do it as well. The second deadly mistake that most home sellers make is not properly preparing their home for the buyer's eyes. And we've talked quite a bit about this in the last couple of shows, and actually staging your home and making sure that it's ready for the buyer's eye. And as usual, I think the best thing to do is to take a picture with your phone and look at it, and then you look at it and you go, oh my gosh, what's all that stuff that I don't see in the big home, in the big picture?
Yeah.
When you're looking at it with your eye, but when you're looking at it a picture, you're like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff here that maybe is going to detract from the way that you really want it to look. And then the third thing, the deadly mistake that most home sellers make, is pricing their homes incorrectly. And this is something that we're very happy to assist you with to make sure that you do that correctly, because that is a deadly mistake. We have a target that we can show you that if your home is only off even by as much as 2 or 3%, it definitely is going to stop some people from coming in. You're definitely not going to get the offers that you want. And then when we don't get the right amount of traffic coming through your house, then that means that we're not going to get the highest offer that we can. And the next thing on our list is really selling too hard during showings. And this is something that the best scenario, in my opinion, is for the homeowner not to be there.
Exactly.
So that they can't do that. I mean, because there's things that you might point out that somebody actually doesn't want in their house. And when you point it out, they didn't notice it before, whether it's an alcove or, a niche or something like that they think, oh my gosh, what am I going to put there? And it might actually detract from the house as opposed to enhance the house. So I always think that more is less when it comes to those kinds of things, because the things that they're looking for are going to stand out to them, and the things that they don't want are not going to stand out to them. And the next thing is signing a long-term listing agreement without a written performance guarantee. And this is something that we always do, is that we are always we put our money where our mouth is to make sure, like your home sold guaranteed or we'll buy it is one of our performance guarantees, that we make sure that we've got your needs met up front. We have a 0 cancellation fee, that if you're not happy with our services, that you can get out of it at any time. And the next thing is making it difficult for buyers to get the information on their homes. And so there's ways that people actually try to limit what's going on when they have their house on the market. And we have the octopus approach, actually, when we're selling homes, to make sure that everybody gets as much information as they can on the home, so that we get them in there. Because the octopus, meaning that we reach out through all these different tentacles, through all these different mediums, whether it's print or whether it's online or whatever it is, to make sure that everybody can actually see the home like they want to. The last one that we didn't talk about in regards to that's also on our report, is failing to obtain pre-approved mortgage for your next home. So like we talked about at the beginning, is that when you're going into this, when you're selling one home and buying another, you want to make sure that all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed.